Welcome back to my channel. So today's makeup look is very neutral inspired, something that's very wearable with almost every colors of outfit. So without further ado, let's go jump right into the video. So first thing first, I'm gonna pop these contact lenses on. These are by Iris Beauty and these are in the shade Pure Brown. Next thing, I'm gonna spray my face with a little bit of Pixi Skin Treat Rose Glow Mist, which is amazing and it smells so good. Now if you are someone like me who has a little bit of dry skin, and especially because it's winter, you can always add a couple of drops of facial oil, and for that I'm using Rose Oil Blend by Pixi Beauty as well. And for my foundation, I'm using NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation. This is in the shade Camel. And for today's video, I actually have used a couple of new products, and I'm so sorry I'm like late in terms of uploading this video. That's because I'm kind of little under the weather. You probably can't tell because I'm coughing through as I'm talking. So yeah, excuse me for that, but I'm still kind of under the weather right now. Yep, so as you can tell, this foundation glides on really nice, but one thing about this foundation is it dries really fast, so you have to work with it really quick. For the brush that I'm using is actually by NYX Professional Brush as well. This is in the number 37. This brush is really dense and it applied the foundation really well, and as you can tell from a close-up view that it's a full coverage foundation. And also it's a matte foundation, so it dries matte instantly, so you have to work with it like really fast. Sorry about that. Now working on the next is going to be Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer. This is in the shade Neutral Buff. Now it has a little bit of yellow tone, as you can tell, so it helps to brighten up any sort of darkness or hyperpigments or any dark or darkness around the eyes as well. So it's really good, and I kind of had, I didn't probably need any more yellow powder because it already had that yellow shade to it, so it helped hide everything really nicely. And this is in the shade Neutral Buff, and this was, even though this is a pretty light color, but it had a beautiful yellow undertone, which is amazing. Now here I'm using the same brush by NYX to blend all of that, and as you can also tell as I'm blending it out, it also dries pretty matte, but it has a beautiful coverage, a flawless coverage. This foundation reminds me of almost like the L'Oreal Pro Matte, and also like Urban Decay All Nighter foundation and concealer. These, oh my god, even though I honestly think I have a dry skin and I should be using more of the dewy stuff, but I believe if you prep your skin really well, you can also work with matte foundation. And honestly, that's what I've been always doing. Whenever I apply matte foundation, I just go straight into doing some face prep before I apply those foundation, and it stays really well. Now to set all of that, I'm using my NC42 Studio Fix powder by MAC Cosmetics. And the brush that I'm using here is going to be by Sephora in 74. It's called Blush Contour, but obviously I'm using it for powder because it's a really cute brush for powder as well. Now to contour, I'm using the same brush, but I'm using Hoola Bronzer by Benefit Cosmetics to contour the perimeters of my face. Now today's makeup, as you can tell, is for people who doesn't like a lot of baking. Now one nice thing about using matte foundation is you can skip baking, because honestly your under eyes are not going to crease because the foundation is so matte and it dries so fast that it's going to stay in place. So a little bit of powder to set all of that should be good enough, which is something if you have a dry skin should be doing, because you shouldn't be using a lot of powder. You should be working with a matte foundation that does not require a lot of powder. That will actually keep your skin really hydrated without making it look too dry and patchy. Now for my brows, I'm using Iris Beauty's brow gel. I'm not too sure what is the color, but I will list it down below in the description box because they asked me like what color for eyebrows would work for me. So I think I picked either dark brown or black, but I think I most likely picked a dark brown because it doesn't look like it's a black color. It's a beautiful slanted pencil and it glides on really nicely on the eyebrows. Actually, I was talking to one of my friends and she too said it's a really good quality. So yeah, if you guys want to give it a shot, definitely go ahead onto their website. I will link it down below in the description box so you guys can have a look. They also have a coupon code that you might get some discounts, so I will definitely link it down below so you guys can have a look. But this video is not sponsored, by the way. They sent me some of their products and asked me to try them out, and I did try them out. Especially, what can be a better occasion to try them out other than the videos, you know? And I tried them out and I truly like them a lot, and you will see once the finish. See, it finished up really nicely and I think the color is amazing for my brow color. Now to clean the brows, I'm going to be using my NYX foundation again. The reason why I like to use the foundation for cleanup, because that way I don't have to set it up with so much powder again and it's just good enough. But also it matches my skin tone, so that way I don't have like a lighter shade around my eyebrows. Like, it blends really nicely. And now I'm just using the buffing brush to blend all of that foundation into my eyelid. And now moving on to the next new product. This is by Pixi Beauty as well. Oh my gosh, I'm using a lot of Pixi Beauty product in my video today, but honestly they have this like neutral shade, beautiful natural, it's called Natural Beauty Eye Reflection Shadow Palette. So it's definitely a very beautiful palette, and of course, the colors are very straightforward. The first color that I've used is called Rose Clay. It's a beautiful shade. Like, it's not like orangey brown, but it's more like a cool tone brown transition color, which is amazing because a lot of the times I don't get a lot of these transition colors that are more of a cool tone than warm tone. So this is a perfect one. And what I like about these eyeshadows is it's buildable. Now for the next eyeshadow, which is called Metal Mauve, you can see it's a little bit of that foiled eyeshadow, so I actually had to spray on my brush with a little bit of the Pixi makeup mixing mist. But if you want, you can skip the makeup fixing mist and you can just apply with your finger because it picks up really good with finger. So first I tried using the brush with the makeup fixing spray, but then I realized that I was getting a little bit of fallout underneath my eye, so I decided to just use my fingers, and I think fingers did a better job, to be honest. And the next eyeshadow that I'm going to be using is going to be the Petal, the Sheer Sand, which is a beautiful like whitish pearlish color. And I like to put that pearlish color on the inner corners of my eyes because it makes my eyes look more open and pop. Now, as you can see, like I said, I'm using my fingers to apply the Metal Mauve because I want it to look more like bright and pigmented. The colors are very pigmented though, there's no doubt about that. Like, if you can tell, like most of the time I'm applying it from straight off the brush, but I'm extra. I like a little bit of more pop on the eyes, especially when I'm dealing with metal eyeshadow, and that's the reason why I went with my finger. And it's absolutely fine. If you're using it on yourself, you can always use with finger. If you're using it on a client, you can always spray your brush with a little bit of makeup fixing spray and then just, you know, go ahead and apply it. Now here, as you can see, with the help of my brush, I have, you know, created that mark, and then as I've already placed the color, I'm just going in and sort of blending it inwards. Now I dusted off all that powder that has fallen underneath my eyes, and now I'm gonna spray my face with Pixi Makeup Fixing Mist. Oh my gosh, I'm having like a tongue twist pronouncing this. Pixi Makeup Fixing Mist. That's what it's called. There you go. Now for my highlighter, I'm using a beautiful highlighter. This is by Maybelline, and this is in their pink shade, which is beautiful. And as you can see, for the brush, I kept one brush for literally the whole entire makeup routine today. Honestly, that's because it's easier. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done it. And the shade was actually in Molten Rose Gold by Maybelline. So yeah, if in case you guys are wondering, and it is in 050. Now for eyeliner, again, I'm using Iris Beauty's eyeliner. This is in the shade black, that's for sure, I know. And it's really nice. Like, once I've applied it, you will see it's very easy to apply to because it's a pen-like eyeliner. I think it's been quite some time. I've almost forgot how it is like using a pen-like eyeliner, because majority of the time I'm always using liquid liners that's kind of like a liquidy and has like a brush, like a painted brush. If not, I always go for Inglot Gel 55. But this eyeliner is pretty easy to apply and definitely is currently one of my favorite, and I'm going to be using it on a couple of my videos as well, because it's really cool. Like, especially, you know how I go with the inner corners, I make them a little more extended. So when you do that and you have that light eyeshadow right underneath it, it looks like your eyes look so big. My eyes are big, I agree, but they're not super duper big. Like, they are still mediocre size, so I always like to do that. Now, as you can see with this eyeliner, I am beautifully creating that wing first, and I'm also kind of like, you know, stretching it all the way to the inside. And then once I'm drawn with the outer line, I am going right into the inside of that outer line and filling it up with this eyeliner. So that's the beauty of this eyeliner, because it's so, like, the lid is so, oh my gosh, I can't speak today. And then to say the tip of the eyeliner is so nice and stiff and thin. I can always work with the outer liner first before I go inside and kind of like, you know, fill it up with more eyeliner. But it's definitely nice. It's not super thin, but it's also thick enough and thin enough to create that line. So yeah, my story about my throat was kind of funny, and I actually shared it on my Instagram, but I'll tell you guys in a bit. Now for my mascara, I'm using Benefit. They are real mascara. This is honestly one of my favorite. Right now, I've been loving this because for the longest time I was hooked onto Bad Girl Bang by Benefit. Now I'm hooked onto this one. This is beautiful. So what happened was I was having this lump on my throat, and I went to my doctor like 6 times in 2 months, and they were saying, don't worry, it's gonna be okay, nothing's that serious, blah blah blah, and really nothing was getting better. Okay, on a quick note, the lip liner is by Sephora, and this is in the shade 52 Aloha. So anyways, they kept telling me it's fine, it's good, don't worry, blah blah blah, and then I said okay, cool. But I was so worried at night because I could feel the lump on my throat, and on Google it will say I have cancer, and I was just freaking out. So I ended up going to my mom after 2 months because of my exams and everything. I couldn't even see her. My mom just looked at my face and she's like, you just have ear infection, and that's basically it. Okay, on the side note again, the lipstick that I'm using is by Pixi Beauty, and this is in the shade, oh my gosh, Pastel Petal. And honestly guys, this liquid lipsticks by Pixi Beauty, I'm not even joking, even though they're liquid lipstick, they do not feel dry at all. Like, I kept this lipstick going for good 9 to 10 hours. My whole makeup stayed actually for 9 to 10 hours that day. It did not for once chapped out my lips. Like, it remained very nice, soft, and very hydrating on my lips. But these are actually liquid lipsticks, so amazing. I need to do a review on these lipsticks because I haven't done it, and I got the PR packaging like long back. But these guys, their lipsticks are superb. Wow, I was amazed. For the lashes, I'm wearing Kiss lashes. These are basically from Walmart, and you can get them like 5 in a box from Kiss products from Walmart as well for I think $12. Pretty affordable. You can get like 2 to 3 wears out of them. Amazing lashes. So right now what I'm going to do once I'm done with putting on these lashes, I'm going to hide the glue using my Iris Beauty eyeliner, and then I'm also going to put some more mascara to make them kind of, you know, bind into each other and make them look very natural. So yeah, moving on with the story, I kept looking at Google. Google kept saying you have lymph nodes, swollen lymph nodes, and it could lead to cancer, and that scared the hell out of me. I went to see my mom. My mom was like, you need a lymph drainage massage because sometimes due to cold or infection, those things can get really swollen up. And that's exactly what happened. But when I kept going to my doctor said nothing's wrong with you. Don't worry, nothing's wrong with you. And it pissed me off because it's like, dude, I'm like, I can't sleep at night I'm like so scared. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want to die, you know, like it's kind of like that feeling. So yeah, but anyways, I was obviously a little depressed and under the weather because I was also very sick. My exams were going on, so it was also stress. A whole lot of things was going on in my head at that time. Anyways, moving on back to the makeup, I sprayed my face with Pixie makeup spray mist, and my makeup is complete, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed this tutorial. It is a very simple, dewy makeup look that you guys can easily wear, and not too many steps, honestly. But yeah, this makeup is just perfect for any outfit. I hope you guys have enjoyed this tutorial, and if you guys do, please comment down below, and for all the product description will be written down on the description box for you guys to have a look. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel, and also hit the bell icon to be notified for my next upcoming videos. Till then, take care.